the main thing is not to play into it. You know, if you go and you do research, you look at these guys, have they really won anything? Have they really sued someone and won? No. They make their money off of their podcasts and their subscriptions and their YouTube clicks. So they have to get underneath your skin to make their ratings go up. That's what they do. That's how they make money. Don't play into it. Don't pay them no mind. Don't argue with them. Don't go back and forth with them. It's a waste of time. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for not politics, but I've been in the federal government for a while. And I deal with First Amendment auditors all the time. We don't play. Just don't play into it. You know what I mean? If you're going to sue someone, you go and sue them. You don't keep showing up to their front yard, you know, crying and whining and doing all this crazy stuff. You just go sue. You got all the evidence and all the stuff you need.
Yep.
Go make it happen. You know what I mean?
Well
They just want to come here, like I said, to get the attention, to get people riled up, to go on their podcast, and people donate them $20 here and $15 there. That's how they make their money.
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today, we are going to be looking back at everything that transpired in the latest Sheridan, Colorado town hall meeting that saw the arrest of Denver Metro audits and Sweet Tea audits. If you haven't seen everything that led up to this most recent arrest, please see the playlist linked below in the description. What happened after that meeting is what we'll be covering today, including more fighting with the town, new charges for DMA and Sweet Tea, and multiple mishaps and funny moments that took place. As the video begins, several auditors are still at the meeting after the arrest, and an argument breaks out about who signed up first to speak during the public comments portion of the meeting.
There's an in-person person saying I was here. I had to go get something.
You were here before, huh?
And you left.
Well, so she said she left.
No,
as well.
she didn't.
Well, she said that.
She did.
She went.
Chill
Chill the f out. Chill. Back up. Back up.
I ain't touching.
Back up.
No, we can be wherever we want to be. We have just as much right to be here
Not
wherever
when
we
you
want
step
to be.
into her.
Well, I can be wherever.
Shut the
I
f up.
Well, why don't you make me shut up?
I just
Why don't
fucking
you make
did.
me shut up? Why don't you make me shut up?
Yeah, what's up?
Really?
Yeah, really.
on.
Make
Yeah.
me shut up.
Yeah,
Keep
I'm
walking
down.
away.
I'm down, boy.
Boy.
Oh, really?
Boy.
When you talk to a woman like that, you're a boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, I'll catch, watch out, I'll catch up with you.
Mr. Green Jeans
I'll
here.
catch up with you.
So Regan Benson is obviously the person holding the camera, and this is her husband hurling out the profanities. Now, I can never quite understand why Regan always gets so very upset. But on the other hand, I 100% understand why the person married to Regan would be in a constant state of exasperation.
You talking to me again?
Yeah.
You're the one that's hiding behind that little fake name of yours? That's all you do.
What's your address?
You know what? That's all you
What's your name
do.
and address?
My name's John DeYoung. You can find me anywhere you want.
What's your
I'll
address?
meet
Look
you
at these
wherever you want.
thugs. All they want to do is
Are you gonna
fight.
share yours?
All they want to
I'll
do
meet
is
you wherever
fight.
you want.
Tell me your address.
I'll meet you wherever you want. Best believe it.
Hi. There, I went right there.
Yeah, no, you know what? You too.
Straight up thugs. Straight up thugs.
Regan Benson and company really hate it when they get a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. So after this little brush up, people start filing into the meeting to sign up for public comments, leaving the auditors low on the list for a chance to speak. This, of course, sets off another meltdown.
It's your choice, buddy.
My choice to what?
To act like an asshole?
Is it illegal to act like an asshole?
Reagan, I have looked forward to seeing you again. Because
Yeah,
I
I
want to
bet
find
you
out.
have.
I want to find out who spoke to you like you think you can speak to other people. It's so bad. Who did this to you? Who did this to you?
I know, but do we not have free speech?
What was the warrant for?
He'll call you.
What?
He'll call you.
What was the warrant for?
He'll call you.
Okay, well, this is a f***ing shit show thanks to these fuckers that started it off all wrong. Oh yeah, Jay Harrison, right? Yeah, that's right. We had interaction out on the street. And the beauty queen, she's gonna come be part of the show. Get in my face. That will all be allowed by all of you, indeed, won't it?
Shortly after this, and after more arguing and more Benson than I can actually take, the council takes a vote to close down the public comments portion of the meeting. And what the auditors do next is quite telling in my opinion.
All right, guys, we're gonna walk out of the meeting.
For Sheridan on this House Urban Parks and Rec District Parks Committee, just to give you an idea of what they do. This is an appointed volunteer body that offers opinions to the elected South Suburban Parks and Rec.
This is what a cult looks like, guys. Shut down public comments. I'm leaving. Is that okay? I'm leaving the meeting. Is that okay? Bye, Jay.
See you soon. There are 7 to 9.
As soon as the public comments were shut down for the meeting, they all just got up and left. They're not concerned one bit about what's actually happening in this town. They are more interested in hearing themselves speak and making a YouTube video about it. When that avenue is taken away, they scurry off back into the wild.
And then all of a sudden, here came what, 6, 8 Sheridan goons claiming they had an arrest warrant for Christopher and Sweet Tea. I keep calling her Sweet Pea. We were getting hung up on Sweet Pea. So, yeah, Denver Metro Audits and Sweet Tea have been arrested here in the Sheridan Municipal Center. I have my suspicions of why they were arrested. I'm not going to comment on it, but it's not surprising that Sheridan is drumming up another bogus warrant for whatever they can. So after they arrested them, all these Martinez thugs showed up and essentially butted their way into the meeting. You saw it on the live stream. The clerk, security, the cops, they all let it happen. The cops showed up after the fact. And they got to sign up, and then it just went to shit from there, so I guess the mayor thought...
Alrighty, guys, we're going to leave it there. What a shit show of Sheridan, like usual.
So after that, Regan heads to the jail to bail out Denver Metro Audits and Sweet Tea, where Benson almost immediately asks for the manager. Because of course she does.
Yeah, are you a sergeant?
I am. Are you here to bond the young lady who I don't know her name? Yes.
Well, 2 of them.
Right. I just saw him and the young lady, I don't know her name.
Okay.
Okay.
So
that's what I'm
how,
asking if you
yeah,
know.
how come we can't find them in the system?
Because they're still working on their files.
But it's been 4 hours
Yep.
since this
Here's the
arrest.
information we give them for that, and it says we actually have up to 6. So as soon as the file's done and the money is posted, we will get them out of here.
Okay, so I want a welfare check.
Well, he's downstairs, so he's okay.
Nobody's heard from them, so they are entitled to a phone call, right?
When they get processed, they get their phone calls, yes.
Okay, well, it's been 4 hours. I really need to hear from him,
Okay,
please.
well, he's downstairs and he's okay. He's downstairs where I am. And so
What about her? Where's
she's
she
fine.
at?
She's downstairs as well.
Where are they in the booking process?
Their files are being put and they run background checks on them to see if there's any other warrants or
Have they
AKs or
been,
anything
so they've
like
been
that.
fingerprinted?
No, that's what they're doing right now with the file, and then they get processed, and that's when we get their photos and their fingerprints, and then once the bond is posted, they won't have to run another background check because it's been less than 12 hours, and then they get released.
So you have 6 hours after the bond's posted.
From when the bond is postable, yes.
I get that, but, so you've already told us it's $1,000 and they keep popping in and out of the system. Why?
It takes time. They're not the only people being booked in.
Yeah, it takes time. What's your name?
Sergeant Forrest.
Do you have a card?
I do. There you go.
Thank you. I need to hear from him as soon as possible, please. Okay. I need to hear with my own ears that they're okay. Please?
Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Oh my God, the drama. DMA and Sweet Tea were picked up on little misdemeanor warrants. They've been in the jail being processed for only approximately 4 hours, and Regan here is acting like she needs some sort of proof of life. Let me be the bearer of bad news to you auditors. You're not that important. No one's looking to hurt you guys. So after a couple of hours, Denver Metro was released first.
What's up?
Whoa!
I just gotta check my property to make sure everything's here still. So I got my belt.
She was all dressed all nice for public comment this evening.
Oh,
You still look great.
Watch. Belt.
only an hour. and
Is our
7
girl on
minutes.
her way too?
What's that?
Is our girl on her way?
Yeah, she'll be coming up soon.
Thank
It's
you.
all here. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
She'll be up shortly,
Those
so
guys
you
are
guys
cool.
should be good to go.
Thank you very much.
Wow,
Yeah,
All
so,
right.
So we got the charges. I didn't know what my charges were, guys, until they released me.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Seems
the
right.
Totally
officers
legit.
in the car. It was the guy that arrested me was Marquez again.
I saw
And some
that.
other clown that was
Is that
identified.
the guy with the?
Yeah, that guy. They did it
Excessive
again this
force?
time. But they had 2 officers doing
Lifting
it.
your arms.
Yeah, they're like, I was like, this is not necessary, guys. I'm not. And they're like, well, it's a what they say, it's a liability. You gotta make sure you don't fall.
I have never seen a fucking arrest like that.
No,
Yeah.
Those idiots do not even know how to put people in handcuffs. They're fucking stupid.
And here comes one of my favorite parts from this entire saga that has been going on for months now.
Don't tell me. And then I was like, hey man, what's your name? The driver. What's your name? They were ignoring me the whole time. They wouldn't talk to me. And then guess what? Guess what was the most funny part? While we were driving, I saw their CAD and he was looking some stuff up and then he exited out. Guess what was on there? The YouTube channel by the name of Frauditor Troll. So they sit there on the clock and watch Frauditor Troll's channel.
Get the
I forgot.
Out
Swear to
of
God.
town.
I could not believe it, dude. I was like, you guys watch Frauditor Troll?
Just incredible. While he was being transferred to the jail, the officer driving the police cruiser was watching the live stream of Frauditor Troll where we were actually breaking the news of their arrest live. Take a bow, Troll. You win this round, my friend. Alright, shortly after this, Sweet Tea is released and they finally leave. A day later, DMA had a live stream to discuss their charges and do some good old e-begging. Because if you're not e-begging, you're not really frauditing.
This is just an example, guys, of an out of control government that is just, we are victims of this tyrannical government, guys, because we didn't break the law. So we are just astonished by the amount of disgraceful actions that they will stoop to in order to silence free speech.
So this was almost word for word exactly what he said about his arrest in the Social Security Administration building, where he was just found guilty of both charges in the U.S. District Court of Colorado. I'll be doing a standalone video of that verdict coming soon.
Part of what we're doing here also is a fundraiser. We are trying to raise some funds for our attorney fees. So our attorney is on it, but he is in the process of drafting up a fee agreement for us. So we're not sure how much it's going to be. We're thinking probably about $5,000 just to get him started on this. That's where we're at with that. So all of my donation links are in the description of this video. And so I don't have Sweet Teas in there. You can donate to either of us. It's going to go for the same cause though. So you don't have to, but donations are appreciated.
I'm sure those sweet donos are appreciated. They certainly need to pay for that lawyer that just lost their previous case, which he fundraised for as well. I suppose it's a pretty good grift if you don't mind going to jail repeatedly. Okay, let's jump to the charges where we take an in-depth look at what actually happened.
So then we get there and they didn't tell me. I did not find out what my charges were until I got released. It was like 6 hours later. So I'm sitting in there. No one told us anything. We had no clue why we were even there. So basically we know what Sweet Tea's charges are. We know what our charges are. Sweet Tea got charged with 3rd-degree assault, which is a class 1 misdemeanor. It's the highest misdemeanor. So it's her very first ever offense. But basically what they're claiming that she did, we found out that Jay Whitaker's fiance, a lot of you know, when she was acting crazy and was bumping into Sweet Tea, she actually harassed her. And she actually filed a protection order against Sweet Tea. And the lady, they were trying to say that Sweet Tea punched her. If you guys can go back and watch the video, that she punched her in the stomach and she had a bruise and was sore for several days. You can clearly see the footage. We played it for the judge to see that she went like this, on a closed fist with her hand like this, and gently pushed her away because she was right in Sweet Tea's face. You guys saw the video.
She kept coming at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is harassment, right? She was trying to intimidate her.
Now we're going to take a look back at what took place the night Sweet Tea and a citizen of Sheridan, Colorado, got into that physical altercation that led to her charges. It's important to show the entire context to see what actually led to all of this. The first thing that happened was one of the auditor's acquaintances came up to the podium to speak. The name he used to sign up was C. Mike Hunt.
You'll call up C. Mike Hunt.
Really? Yeah, this guy's good.
Is this your time?
I'm yours. Mike Hunt? Is that your name?
Go ahead, please.
Start the clock.
Excuse me, sir. You're using my time.
Start the clock.
Is that really your name?
Come on.
Where are you from?
So the woman sitting down politely asked this man why he decided to use a sophomoric, vulgar name like C. Mike Hunt. And that was the extent of it. So after the meeting, Mr. quote Hunt decided to confront the woman about why she mentioned anything in the first place.
Excuse me, what? Are you speaking to me? What do you say?
I said I think you might have a dirty mind.
I think you do. You chose that name, not me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Why are you speaking to me?
Because you spoke to me.
No, I made a comment about your gross name.
I'm not harassing anybody. You're having a conversation.
No, you're not. You're harassing me.
No, you're harassing me.
I didn't speak to you first.
I didn't make any comment.
No, but you chose the name.
So he brings up this conversation again. He says the woman must have a dirty mind for mentioning his name was inappropriate, and this is what brings Sweet Tea over into the conversation. But what was Sweet Tea saying right before walking over? Interestingly enough, this was cut out of Denver Metro Audit's edit.
Who is this bitch to even question what the hell his name is? Why are you asking?
You want to go get that?
Yeah, I do.
I seriously don't know a group that's more fragile than these people. Sweet Tea says, who is this bitch to even question what his name is? She questioned why he used the name C. Mike Hunt, which seems reasonable, but then she dropped it and was leaving before the other gentleman brought it up again. And that caused Sweet Tea to call her a bitch and walk over where the physicality actually takes place. Let's watch that.
Don't film me.
Hey, what are you doing, lady?
Oh, I'm standing in front of your
No,
camera.
you're bumping into it. You can't do that.
I'm standing.
Touched me.
That's harassment, ma'am. That's harassment.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
the most privileged human being that has ever lived on the face of the
That's
earth.
111. That's
The
harassment.
most privileged human being that has ever lived on the face of the earth.
On your camera.
The most privileged human beings.
You cannot touch them. That's against the
didn't
law.
touch that.
Yes, you did. You
No,
bumped
I
right
didn't.
into her,
You
ma'am.
did. Did I
Unacceptable.
touch it?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
Don't
you
touch
already
her.
did. I'm trying to walk. Your camera was in
You
my
just
way.
stepped on my foot and my camera.
I didn't step on your foot.
She did not.
What did you step on?
She did
I believe
not.
I stepped
I'm
on
Don't
it.
touch my camera, lady.
I didn't touch
Yes,
it.
you did. You stepped on my camera.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Why don't you
That's
bring
against the
it?
law.
Guess how much money
You
I
don't know the law.
now.
I'm not doing that. You did not know that.
Everybody, please leave the building.
All right, we're going to watch that scene once again, taking another look and stopping the video at what seemed like pertinent parts to me.
Don't film me.
Hey, what are you doing, lady?
Oh, I'm standing in front of your.
First, Sweet Tea interjects herself into this situation. Second, her camera and pole are extended from her body by over a foot. Third, the woman goes to stand in front of the camera, just nudging it. That's it. That's why DMA wants this lady sent to the dungeon, even though he's an anarchist.
I'm standing.
Touched me.
That's harassment, ma'am. That's harassment.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
the most privileged human being that has ever lived on the face of the
That's
earth.
111. That's
The most
harassment.
privileged human being that has ever lived on the face of the earth.
On your camera.
The most privileged human beings.
You cannot touch them. That's against the
didn't
law.
touch that.
Yes, you did. You bumped right into her, ma'am.
Did I touch
Unacceptable.
So here she walks up to speak with DMA, again, not touching Sweet Tea and stopping before touching anyone. This is when Sweet Tea pushes her away.
Did I
Unacceptable.
touch it?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
Don't
you
touch
already
her.
did. I'm trying to walk. Your camera was in
You
my
just
way.
stepped on my foot and my camera.
I didn't step on your foot.
You did not.
What did you step on?
She did
I
not.
believe I stepped
I'm
on
Don't
it.
touch my camera, lady!
Okay, it's official. DMA is definitely the softest auditor out there. So that's why Sweet Tea was eventually charged. I'm really curious as to your thoughts. Please leave them in the comments below. Next up, we get a little information on DMA's charges.
And so my charges were obstruction of it says obstruction of officers. So I'm not really sure what that is. I've never obstructed anyone, but I have a couple of theories. My first theory is that we were doing some cop watching and there was an accident and there's no tape up. We're walking on the sidewalk. We were actually in like the intersection area, you know, those little like landing triangle pass things. That's where we were. We're about to get to that. And or no, were we on that? No, we were already on that area. We were on that little area and I was trying to get across the street and the sergeant runs up on me hollering, "Are you part of this crime scene? Are you part?" And I was like, "Dude, calm down, man. Why are you yelling at me?" And he's like, "You need to leave my crime scene." And I just say, "Hey, name and badge number, man." And he's like, "I'll give it to you once you get over there. Get over there." And he kept yelling. I was like, "Dude, calm down. Why are you so yelling, man?" And he's like, "Because you're not leaving my crime scene." So they're trying to say, I think that's obstruction.
It's clear from here DMA doesn't know which time he actually obstructed an officer. I was unable to locate any video like that, so maybe he took it down, or I just overlooked it. I suppose it's possible he didn't post it in the first place, maybe knowing he messed up. Who knows, but I'll be following it nonetheless. Other than that, I wanted to point out a few of the funny parts during this whole mess. First, Regan Benson and Sweet Tea, in all of their wisdom, docked Sweet Tea live at the jail.
Great, look at her smile. Another one, another great looking photo.
Yep, got it perfect.
I love it.
Even though her name is widely available now, thanks to Benson, I decided to cover it up. But what else is noticeable here? It seems like Regan folded DMA's name behind his picture but left poor Sweet Tea completely exposed. This is the crew that's going to bankrupt an entire town, mind you. But that wasn't the only time she was doxxed. On their very next follow-up stream, someone sent this super chat in. Justin sent in a $4.99 super chat and says, "Good job Regan at doxing Sweet Tea's name on the live stream." And they actually put that up on the stream for everyone to see. You really can't make this stuff up. There was another super chat that came from TubeSock7, and if you haven't seen TubeSock7 in the comment section below, I recommend always trying to read them because I find them absolutely hilarious. He wrote, "Do you think they will ban all journalists from public buildings there? They had absolutely no reasonable articulo suspension to arrest you guys." Keep it up, TubeSocks. I enjoy your humor so much. I think that's where we will be wrapping up part 6 of the ongoing series, affectionately known as the Sheridan Saga. I'm quite curious on where they go from here. With Denver Metro Audits getting arrested again, on top of his latest guilty verdict in the District Court of Colorado, do we see them continuing to go to these meetings? I'm guessing yes, probably, as they firmly dug their heels in and may just be digging their own graves at the same time. Watch this space for future updates. Please remember to subscribe, notify, comment, and Sweet Tea that like button. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.